The unique nature of tonight's match had to have thrown a monkey wrench into any tactical plans you had.
Yeah.
What was the calculus you were doing, or was this going to be very, very much a circumstantial sort of decision-making process on affecting the match through subs?
Honestly, it was the most unique thing I've ever had to prepare for as a coach. The rules were that if we didn't play it within 24 hours, we actually could make 3 subs that didn't count as subs before the 45 even started. So that was the first dilemma. Do you change who was even playing? And then we decided no, we'd go with the same group. And then we had every eventuality prepared. If we needed to make subs quickly and get a goal, we knew what we wanted to do there. If we got to a certain point in the game and we felt we needed to go for it, one of our solutions was to go to a back 4, which we did. And then if we score, we immediately go back to a back 5, which we did. Sometimes substitutions and things work, sometimes they don't. Tonight they did.
So speaking of those substitutions, Laura,
yeah,
was the plan all along to bring Darlene and Fishlock on late, or did you see something that facilitated that?
Honestly, I'd planned and spoken to them about coming on within 10 minutes because I said to Coco, Jordan and Mia in the prior to the game today, run like it's the last 10 minutes of the game. Like, run like that. Because if we can get a goal quick in the half and you guys have created it, which we did, I thought we did well. And then this game started to level itself out a little bit. And then, Louisville are very aggressive in their press, and we just felt that the space they were leaving we could expose it potentially with Maddie. And then we were debating about when to get Jess on. It was never about if, it was always about when and how. And then when it got to sort of that 80th minute, we decided that we were going to go to a back 4. And, she's who she is for a reason, And I think you just saw how much this club means to her a little bit, which I was very happy about. So, yeah.
All right, we'll go over here on Zoom to Charles next. Charles, go ahead.
Hey, Laura. Sorry I couldn't be there to bother you in person. Just wanted to ask, I know Mia got the start and you talked about keeping things the same. I wanted to ask what you saw out of her, because I know we kind of talked to you about how she's been utilized, but
yeah.
Just my first one, just what you saw out of Mia in the minutes that she got in the 2 combined halves.
Yeah, I thought she did well. Yeah, I thought both her and Coco were great. And I think against Louisville, one of the things that they're very good at is they're very physical, they're very fast, they're dominant in pressure. And those two Coco and Mia are excellent at holding the ball up. And that's become really a big part of Jordan's game as well of late. So that was our big reason for starting those 3, was we thought that we could skip their pressure. And to skip it, we knew we were going to have people who physically could compete with them. And I thought that that's what those 3 did brilliantly. And then as the game opens itself up, maybe it's a little bit more about pace and less about power, maybe. But no, I thought Mia was great. And, I keep saying it to you guys. We know what we've got with her. And we know that this is not a short-term thing. It's a long-term. But I'm glad that she could get the start, because she's deserved it with her work that she's been putting in. And now sort of the reins are off a little bit, but obviously it's a quick turnaround, so we'll see what it looks like on Saturday.
And if I can, I don't know if Ryan's going to cut me off, but I just wanted to ask, I know you black out during goals.
I did,
it seemed like
I was nuts.
Were a little emphatic in this one. I know you talked about how much the club means to Jess, but this is obviously a big win considering where you and Louisville were in the table. Is there anything else that went into that? Just kind of general frustration, or? Honestly,
just relief, I think. I got my steps in definitely on that celebration. Just really proud of the group. I think these last 3 days have been really challenging. Obviously, first and foremost, everything on Sunday was all about Savannah. Myself and Scott took Bev to the hospital after the game, and I popped my head in for a minute just to make sure she was okay and say that we were thinking of her. And it was great to see her, you know, up and about and seemed really okay. And speaking to Bev today, it sounds like she's making progress, which is fantastic. And Sunday was all about that, you know. And I think one thing that I'm really proud of our club is we always have and always will do what we feel is right in any circumstance, and in the forefront of our mindset is always what's right for the players and our people. And that doesn't just mean, you know, us, it means our opponent too. So I was really happy and proud of our whole club, our medical staff, our ops staff, our front office, Maya and Leslie, Adrian, everyone involved at higher up level, because there was never a moment that anyone thought for 1 minute that what we were doing was not the right thing. And then the moment we knew Savannah was okay, it was all about, okay, what next and how we go about it and what we do for our players. And our player care manager, Manny, yesterday was in on a training day that was supposed to be an off day for everybody, making bacon sandwiches for everybody. And, you know, we just got really good people here who care deeply about each other. And when you have that, often really good things happen. And tonight we got, you know, something that I think we deserve just by being good people, you know, and doing the right thing. And obviously our thoughts and sympathies go with Savannah, and we will constantly keep in touch to make sure that she's doing okay, because it was really scary. And I don't think we really knew at the time how much that could take out of someone, you know. Like me personally, I didn't sleep Sunday night. I came in on Monday and was struggling a little bit, honestly, but I am who I am, and I have to make sure that the players are okay. So yeah, it's been a challenging couple of days, but just really proud of our club.
All right, and then we'll come over here to the front.
Laura, you kind of answered my question, but I was going to ask you, you know, how it was managing the emotions of the players from that scary moment on Sunday to getting ready to go from the opening whistle today.
It was tough, you know. I think I think one of the things I've always cared about is how players feel and making sure that they're okay. And just on Sunday, I just didn't really know what to do to help them, really. And thankfully, we have a lot of support staff now that can help the players as well, which doesn't just end today; it's constant. And yeah, it's been really, really challenging. You know, I think seeing Bev, how Bev was too. You know, knowing her as long as I have, seeing how emotional she was on Sunday, and honestly, once I knew that our players were okay and being taken care of, honestly, my sort of focus went to her. And that probably sums up our club too. You know, once you've been here and you've been part of it, you're always part of it, as far as I'm concerned. And Bev was a absolute legend for this club. And seeing her so emotional on Sunday was hard. So yeah, once I knew our players were okay and our staff were okay, my sort of focus went to Bev on Sunday night. And I'm just happy that we did the right thing. I truly am. That in everybody, the league, both teams, everybody involved, we just did what was right. And sometimes that gets missed in professional sport, but I'm just so proud and happy that we did it the right way.
And I also wanted to ask how it was playing in an empty stadium tonight, a little bit different atmosphere.
Yeah, the whole thing's been nuts. I didn't really know what to do. Do I wear the same outfit? Don't I? You know, I'm nuts about all that stuff, but I didn't know really how to go about it. So we just tried to prepare as we normally would. And then the in-stadium speaker wasn't working, so then we were getting a speaker from the locker room to play music while the girls warmed up. Oh, it was just crazy. The NWSL, it's always, for as long as I've been in it, it's always unpredictable. This is another chapter in my book, and one day I'll read it, and one day I'll write it, and hopefully some people will read it.